Ola there. Wait, I just want to see. Yeah, looks like it. I did partner programs and a couple more alliances. I did the Southern Protection Unit, or the SPU. I forgot if this was in it last time, but I have the Middle Eastern Union and the Middle Eastern Alliance, or MIA for short, like MEA, not MIA. I added the Indian Ocean Protectorates. I think that's what I called this. Also, I have no clue if Oman borders the Indian Ocean. I just thought it would be cool to include them. And also the African Union. That is a big African Union. Anyways, I actually sort of pre-planned this. We go over to Central America. They're having a civil war. And yes, I know that countries fighting each other aren't civil wars, but it's a region and they're going up against each other, so shut up. What the hell? Hold on. I'm just quickly getting an ad off of my phone. The access is going to take a long time. Okay, there it is. And what the hell have I made? Anyways, we see a push beginning to happen into. I'll be honest, I know none. I know basically all the names of these countries, but I have no clue where they are. I know this is Costa Rica, this is Panama, this is Nicaragua, and this is Belize. I have no clue. I think this is Honduras, El Salvador. I do not know what this country's name is. Like, I have no clue whatsoever. Anyways, we see them beginning to. Also, I just want to say I have absolutely no clue where the capitals are. We begin to see them invading from the borders, and eventually they manage to get them out of sea access. But luckily, El Salvador's here, or Honduras is here. The person that looks like they have a head is here. And I have no clue how strong they are, so I'm just gonna make them meh. They managed to help them and split in half, and they forgot about something. Their own country. Hold on, let me just. There. We see them basically get steamrolled over. And I know they're probably US protected, but nah. And I chose this section because there's literally no one in an alliance over here. Then these two die. Damn it. I can't control Z that far back. Obviously, it's literally just a partition. They get here. Actually, I don't know what Belize would do. Let's just say they split it down the middle. Actually, let's say it splits a bit like this so everyone gets some land. I'm not happy about needing to do this because of my own stupidity. Please tell me that there isn't a brown alliance. Oh my god. And that's plum. See? Plum. Oh. We don't see them completely invade them. We see them take a decent amount of their land though, so they just decide to unite. That's right, Long Panama. I don't actually know what to do now. What the hell? Papua New Guinea, are you good, my dude? Oh, I know, it's here. I didn't actually think of that. I can't think of anything else to do, so WW3! Hell yeah! It's gonna be, how do I put it? It's gonna be like, kind of like a free-ish way war, I guess. First thing we see is Russian troops accidentally do a funny on the Ukrainian border. Actually, no, the Azerbaijan border. Where is red? So, bink bop, bap bop, boop beep bop, bap boop. Many beeps. Actually, yeah, Ireland's in the UK. I mean, it is in. God damn it. Is in NATO. I hate that I added all of Europe. Hello. But look, Morocco's in NATO, but they're in the African Union. You know what that means? Basically all of Africa is joining. Let me just, yeah, that is well, actually no, it isn't that many countries. Considering there used to be 54. Now there's going to be close to 4. Now, Egypt isn't actually in NATO or the African Union. Oh wait, it could activate the... Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. Oh god, I forgot about the West Coast. Oh wait, no! Australia would activate it anyways. You know what? No, I don't care. They just decide to not. They're like, they send a long written thing that just says, I mean, they send a long written email that literally just says okay. I know that Myanmar's not a part of it, but they still decide to join because for the funnies. Is Malaysia's not in it, but I'll include them anyways. The Philippines, India joins, but Tibet doesn't join for some reason. But then I'm just gonna call Russia's alliance the Axis of Resistance because it isn't really just the CSTO anymore. Which is... Wait, did I... No, I didn't include Chihuahua. Join my team, Mr. Dog Country Name. Russia, Kazakhstan, China-stan, Xinjiang-stan, Mongolia-stan, and I know that they aren't necessarily actually part of the alliance, but they still want to join. And they somehow managed to convince about half of the Middle Eastern Pact to join. However, these three decide to not, because they're... Well, we see one final alliance join. Well, it isn't really an alliance, we just see a couple more countries decide to join. Also, French Guiana gets independence. I'm just gonna colour them in anyways, because they decided to join. Also, these three decide to join. As well as Yucatan. I don't know what I'm gonna call them, so I call them Yucatan. Also, Mexico and the cartel join. I have no way, I just coloured in Cuba without giving in the video, just for, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Russia looks screwed. Well, we got one thing. Yeah. Yeah. New Zealand decides to just stay out the war even though they're in NATO. Like, what can they do? They're like, come here, Russia. Oh wait, I forgot. Sorry. That's really all they could do. Or I guess they could go like this and then go under and then invade, or go through the Panama Canal. I forgot what end the Panama Canal's on. Anyways, they just decided to stay out the war. Now Russia decides to get a couple more members. Who? All I know with relations to the US is Panama. Now we see something absolutely groundbreaking. I'm not joking, that really happens. Switzerland sees Russia and this as a threat, because yes, NATO is strong, but they have Russia, Iran, a depressed China, Kazakhstan, Brazil, about almost all of Central America, and Venezuela on their team. Oh yeah, and Belarus, but we don't talk about Belarus. Oh yeah, and Pakistan, and all of the stans are in it. Except Azerbaijan, even though Azerbaijan and not a stan. Now, Switzerland joining NATO was right, because we instantly see Russia beginning to invade back into the lands that they once owned. And managed to basically instantly take all of this. I don't think that was what the borders looked like. I already forgot what the borders looked like. Now, this is nearly a total war scenario. Except Tibet, most of South America and New Zealand, it's literally... Oh yeah, and Bangladesh. And except mostly the subcontinent and most of South America and New Zealand. It's basically just total war. So from the Belarusian front and the Russian front, we see them getting very, very, very close to Kiev, which I think is about here. So they decide to fortify the current borders. And we see a Kaliningrad revolt. And then Belarus instantly goes, mine now. And we see these three just capitulate. That's how I say it. It's not capitalize or catapult or Mussolini. I'm gonna have some hot chocolate. Also, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. I mean, Christmas Eve. Are you guys excited? If you are, type the word fish in the comments. Like, that's the only word I could think of. So we actually see Finland do good. And I'm not trying to be mean, as if saying that they were gonna do crap. Like, they're going up against Russia. They're getting dangerously close to, what's the word? To St. Petersburg. That's why it was called Leningrad in World War II. Anyways, I think Minsk is right here. I have no clue where it is. I swear it's somewhere either right at the border or near to the center. Like a one die. We see a sort of spearhead for Warsaw begin, but get sort of stopped. They can't really progress, which is a bit annoying. But then we see something happen. The Ukrainian front gets broken through. This section gets captured. Kiev gets sort of encircled. And areas of Ukraine, not provinces, because I have no clue what the provinces are, begin to capitulate. The current Ukrainian shaped peace also, like not current as in now, like current as in them, Ukrainian shaped peace decides to revolt. It doesn't really look like Ukraine, but it looks more like a depressed camel. But this area revolts, and then there's citizens overthrow the government, and then Ukraine dies. Now you can say goodbye to Moldova, and let us go. Wait, what?
You need to get dressed.
Are you kidding me? I'm doing a video.
Oh, 10 minutes you got. I've got to leave at 9:30, okay? I told you I had work today.
I didn't know what time it would be. Looks like this video is going to have to be cut a bit short. I've got 5 minutes left to record. Anyways, we see them beginning to dead, 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 dead. And then Poland falls to the Russians. Czechoslovakia falls. Hungary falls. Romania doesn't instantly fall. They have fortified. Now Poland would not instantly fall. There's definitely still guerrilla warfare happening. Azerbaijan has a siege and dies. Russia accidentally invades into Armenia. We see the Syrian part of Turkey get captured. I don't know, there's a little bump. I think that's genuinely what the Turkish-Syrian border looks like, or something like that. We see them beginning to invade from the north, and then they eventually take all of the Kurdistan region, connecting up to the Syrian westmost point. Now Turkey begins re-evaluating their choices in joining on NATO. So they decide to switch teams. And everyone's like, dude, what the hell? Everyone's like, dude, what the hell? You were our friend. But then Turkey says, you guys left me to rot. Anyway, so an almost instant invasion of Bulgaria and Greece begins happening. Bulgaria getting its coastline removed in a couple of days, and the panhandle of Greece getting removed, and just a lot of landings are on the Aragon Sea. I know this is the Adriatic Sea. I'm just gonna call it the Aragon Sea. Basically, all of their Aragon Sea areas are taken, and Turkey begins pushing across and takes Athens. Basically, the only Balkan thing I know, with the exception of Ankara somewhere. Then we see Turkey fall. Then North Macedonia, Albania, and Montenegro. We see a cut across Bulgaria happen, and then they die. North and South end up dying. Now, let's go over to here. I don't actually know how it would happen, because... oh god, I'm starting to realise how bad they screwed up. We see a little push from French Guiana, but that is really not anything. Brazil decides to let them live as long as they convert to fascism. I'd say that's probably what their ideology is now. However, these guys just instantly die, considering you have the Yucatan, you have the cartel, Mexico, a very strong US, and Chihuahua all at you, and Canada. I'd say the US and Canada is probably sending half their troops over here, and half their troops down here. Oh yeah, and these two. So we see a little landing happen here. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Trinidad, El Salvador, Puerto Rico, Venezuela. So we see a lot of little northern landings happen. And then there's just a stalemate over here. I think it's safe to say that these three just die. Wait. Oh yeah. I think it's safe to say Kuwait just has a seizure. These two areas die. And we see some of Western Turkey And I'm gonna call the part that was captured before they changed Western, and the current Turkey Eastern. No, communist and capitalist. We see capitalist Turkey begin getting liberated, and eventually about half of it gets capitalized. And then, do you know what happens after that? That's right, we go over to Iran. Goodbye, Iran, you're dead. Now, how would Pakistan work? Like, how would this general vicinity work? Yes, you have like Mongolia, all the stands, and Iran on your side, but you're completely surrounded. Oh, sorry about that. By the way, I was having hot chocolate. Anyway, so we see them. They just die. Like, no one invades them. They literally just die. Anyways, I'd say China has another civil war, and cause of that, they sort of just take a crap ton of land. I'm not joking on crap. Like, it's a ton of land, and it's kind of crap because half of it's desert. Then we see this happen, and then China has a die. Now that's good because that means a lot less troops are going here, and a lot more troops are going there to save them. So capitalist Turkey gets fully saved, but there's sort of a stalemate as they managed to save these two. I know they weren't on their team, but they sort of converted. But sort of a land trade considering. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anyways, we see them beginning to just murder Romania. We see the East fall and the West fall, then the East. These three fall. And somehow these guys are alive, but no, they aren't. They just aren't. Finland sort of just stays, like nothing happens. They just stay like this. No, they don't stay like that. They actually gain some land. By gain some land, I mean a lot of land, and by a lot of land, I mean triangle. Senegal triangle. Now, luckily for Switzerland and Austria, they have a certain thing called the Alps, which encompasses, I think, all of Switzerland, a majority of Austria, a little bit of Bavaria, some of Italy, and a tiny bit of France. So they're basically safe. However, it looks like the Russians want to make a second Cold War. They managed to take everything except Berlin. And I mean everything except Berlin. I'm kidding. They go up, capture Oslo, I think. Yeah, no, Stockholm, and Sweden dies. But luckily, the Finland fought that, so they sort of just made it so this border's now a river. Bit smart, if you're asking me. Now, I think everyone can see how this is gonna end. And I have to go in about 5 minutes, so let me just begin quickly colouring everyone white. Budweiser. Mustard! Mustard, mustard, mustard. Mustard, mustard, mustard. Mustard, mustard, mustard. I think if there's a puppet on this map, I'm just gonna colour them in grey. Try not to go insane. I just realised Switzerland was kind of right for joining the Allies, considering how far Russia got. I should have not coloured the areas that I knew were probably going to die anyways. Actually, no, that I knew wouldn't be much focused on. So basically everything that that wasn't in the Americas or in Europe. Or in like very, very Eastern Asia or very, very Western Asia. Hell yeah! Oh. Australia. First thing we see is just complete death from China. This all goes to Manchuria, and yes, I know it looks like a 5-year-old drew it, but I don't care. Taiwan extends to I don't actually know what Tibet does. Tibet, just Tibet. I love how my sentences sound like depression. Also, Mongolia fell. So they decide to unite with Russia. Yippee! Hold on. I have to do this tomorrow. Or later. I can't do it now.